Trying to grow. Trying to grow. Niggas are dipping and fucking this these on my hands and right from left to right. Now I'm using it bad.
This one as it's through the end zone for a
Absolutely,
touchback.
it makes me better. You're the sweater. I need me a better. Look at me, I'm gonna give you better.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit.
Better than a cocoa nut.
And they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on second down, Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Mike Gesicki has really emerged as one of the Miami Dolphins' primary targets, and he can run the entire route tree. We know he's dependable in the short areas, but he can also stretch the field down the middle. A career high 73 catches last season, and he gets another one here to move the chains.
Tua now on first down. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
That's what we got to down there, but he cannot
right? 3rd and short, they let the throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jackson's throws on. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Edmonds will score. Touchdown, Miami. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Yeah.
They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me.
Yo,
I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The Ravens had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill.
Pro him doesn't even count your record
last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Nah.
Taking it about the 16.
Only 5v5.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
Who the fuck plays
it'll
that?
Be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no
a kid is crazy. Say no more.
Right out on the first play and attack the middle of the field for a big gain and a first down.
Nah, you're weird.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Nearly in trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
You're a sim.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just
here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time.
Nigga, Nas to go to the cathedral.
The guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw.
Ethan and Kyle.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Open man is Waddle. And a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot.
Wonton soup.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
I call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
You don't even know what you're talking about, man. You lost.
They take over. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Thought she was feeling
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
If I know I'm feeling definitely know your name.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw.
Nigga Keelan works in a fish market. I smell something fishy going on.
Fish market? What? I'm gonna pull up on Teeth and fuck him in his ass.
99 problems in the biggest one is me.
T, when's the last time you went to your dad's crib?
I'm going, I think, later this.
I say this has been his mom's for a minute.
Yeah, man. Because everything, I mean, bro, watch this, boy. You ain't something so crazy.
I mean, I know it's closer to school too, already, because you already melted, but
it's not even that. It's just when I go to my dad's, everything happens.
What's that?
Like just stuff happens. Like there be stuff in Milton that happens, or there's places to go.
Oh, so like when you're at home, there's nothing to do? At your mom's house?
When I'm at my mom's house, there's like no parties, nothing goes on, because like this is like the easiest place to get to parties and stuff. But then when I'm at my dad's, bro, I have to walk from his house just to go somewhere, and like everything wants to happen when I'm not. Like all my rides are closer, like across the street from my house. Like it's like crazy. I just be mad far. This shit want to happen. I got 90 now. Oh no, I'm going later this week though.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but
that's good.
Too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here we go. Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought
I kiss ass
his caliber
before I
picked
fuck.
now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Yo, he's blacking on this bitch.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break.
Yo, he's black.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Tua's throw here taken in
Yo, he's
by
black.
Gesicki. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Yo, Kalen, you're blacking on yourself
This
at
nigga's
this point.
blacking on women. I don't support that.
He's forcing it. Yeah, K. Nah, K, this is
that.
outrageous. Like, this is bad.
Niggas laughing at her too. She's like, "Why are you laughing?" Niggas like,
Yeah, she's tight. Yo. Not Tiva. We don't support Kalen after this day. Cause this is outrageous. I would never talk to him like this. That's me though.
On play action, here's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Ojabo. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops,
They've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time.
Kalen is Kevin Samuels Jr.
Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Steps away to his left. And he's got his tight end, Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 40.
I think it really sounds like Kevin Samuels. I'm trying to be cordial with you. Like, speak to my people. Like, why you gotta say that?
How about him buying some time outside of the pocket?
Yeah, nothing to say. Bang it, Blake Griffin. You're like, sadly,
he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too
sadly, you made me have to do it.
Ball on there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Nigga smacked his hand. Did he just
fake to Dobbins? Here's Jackson. And this is...
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records yet. Used to be on my checklist, big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, kept on my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, you'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Gang time in it. Gang time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Gang time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. But it ain't just me, it's the whole thing. No I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it here, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team.